to the stomach, and there are in stomach there are some mechanical process done, and some chemical process started from the small intestine. So in stomach there is food food is mixed with some gastric juice, then it is formed a chyme. Then that chyme it goes to duodenum, and in duodenum that pancreatic juice and bile juice mixed with the food, and then small from duodenum starting absorption. Nutrients are absorption from duodenum and jejunum and ileum in small intestine, or maximum absorption done. But when it goes to the large intestine, only water absorption happen. Some very few nutrients in absorption in small intestine, but large intestine is only water absorption is there. Then all the waste materials it's come through the anal, that is means to by the stool. So while food is sorry, while absorption is started happening in small intestine, there is means pancreatic juice and bile juice stored in gallbladder, it's come from the liver. So bile juice and pancreatic juice uh, may take the place in for absorption of the nutrients. So that's it, what I understood. But it's too much rest also.
Okay, so you tried very well. But the thing is, small intestine is the place where nutrients are getting absorbed in large amount, and large intestine also absorb nutrients. But the thing is, in large intestine, water get absorbed more. Okay, the amount of absorption in large intestine is more for water only. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so from today, we have completed three systems: skeletal system, muscular system, and digestive system. So today we are going to start respiratory system. So why respiratory system is so important in yoga? Because respiratory system is the only system which we can, means it is voluntary and involuntary at the same time. Means this is the only system which can be controlled. Means not only system, musculoskeletal system can also be controlled by skeletal muscles, but this is the only system which is voluntary and involuntary. Means if we do not control, then also it will go on by its own. But we can also control by our will. This is the beauty of this system, respiratory system. And this beauty has been well utilized in yogic process. That is pranayama. Okay. So we will go through respiratory system today. I hope you can see my screen. Right, you can see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the respiration is the movement of oxygen from outside environment to the cells within tissue and the transport of carbon dioxide in the opposite direction. Okay. So respiration is not only inhalation and exhalation. By the word respiration, it is the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide within cell and tissue. Then, what is inhalation and exhalation? That is known as breathing. So, when we are inhaling, then we are not inhaling only oxygen, right? We are inhaling air. Can you tell me what is the percentage of oxygen in air?
Yes, ma'am. Could you please again?
Am I not audible properly?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am, but not get your.
Okay. So I asked that what is the percentage of oxygen in air?
21%, ma'am. Am I
Yes.
right?
And what is the largest amount of gas in air?
That is nitrogen, ma'am.
Yes, very good. So when we are inhaling through our nose, the same proportion or the same ratio is going inside our lungs, right? So we are not inhaling particularly oxygen. We are inhaling the air. And then the oxygen is get absorbed in our body. So the process we inhale and exhale, that is known as breathing, not respiration. So what is respiration? Respiration is the movement of oxygen from outside environment to the cells within tissues and transport of carbon dioxide in the opposite direction. Okay. So respiration word only comes when oxygen is getting absorbed by the cell from the outside environment. Okay, is it clear between respiration and breathing?
Yes, ma'am. Clear, ma'am.
Yes. So respiratory systems organs that exchange gases within environment are mm, means process of respiration includes inspiration and expiration. Two phases. Inspiration means flow of air into lung, that is inhaling the air, and expiration, that leaving the air or exhaling the air, that is expiration. And here is a mistake, I must say, that these are not the process of respiration, these are the process of breathing, inspiration and expiration. Okay, when we are inhaling the air and when we are exhaling the air, that is the process of breathing. Now comes respiration. Respiration, I hope it is well differentiated by you people. It is crystal clear by you people that inhaling the air is not respiration, it is breathing. When the oxygen is getting absorbed by cells in our body, that is respiration. And releasing of carbon dioxide on the other side, that is respiration. So here we can see types of respiration. There are two types of respiration: external respiration and internal respiration. Now, what is external respiration? External respiration is the process where gas exchange between blood and lungs. And what is internal respiration? gas exchange between blood and cells. So, what is happening here? Let me take the pencil. Uh, okay, just imagine this is trachea or windpipe. The where can I? Okay, let it be. Okay, so this is trachea or windpipe. Then it is divided into lungs, and here is lungs. Okay, this is lungs. Now, air, when we are inhaling, air is coming in, it is going this side, and it is going also this side. But what is happening? Oh, okay. So, what is happening when air came to lungs? At that time, you can see in this picture, this is the picture of alveoli. Okay, here you can see this picture. This is the picture of alveoli. So it is inside lungs, means here so many alveoli are present. So many in lungs is divided into different lobules and lungs. Okay, let me first go through the structure of lungs. So, what happens? First, air comes through nasal cavity, then trachea, then uh, let me find if there is any. Yes, here you can see here how air is reaching to lungs. At first, through nasal cavity, it is coming to trachea, that is the windpipe. Then it is the trachea is subdivided into bronchi. Then the bronchs are divided into bronchioles, and then bronchioles are divided into alveoli. Okay, see here the air is entering to nostrils, then it is coming to trachea, then trachea is getting divided into bronchi, two bronchs to left and right lung. Now these bronchs are further divided into bronchioles. Here bronchioles, these are bronchioles, and these bronchioles are further divided into alveoli. Okay, further divided into alveoli. These are alveoli. These are alveoli. So, this is the pathway of wind to lungs. Now, this alveoli is means alveoli are alveoli look like uh, 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 sac-like structure. Alveoli are sac-like structure. थैला थैले की तरह. So it seems like grapes. Grapes are the fruits. I hope you all have seen grapes and have tasted grapes. The alveoli, collection of alveoli looks like collection of grapes. Okay, so here in this picture, you can also see how alveoli look like. This is alveolar collection of alveoli, and here it is the dissected view of alveoli. Okay, now uh, here you can see in this picture collection of alveoli, and it is looking like a collection of grapes. Okay, now here in this picture, a single alveolus is depicted. Here, in this picture, collection of alveoli has been shown, and in this picture, only single alveolus has been depicted. Now you can understand here that a single alveolus is surrounded by a network of blood vessels. Okay, so here you can see that this is the blood vessel and this is also the blood vessel, and this is the network of blood vessel. What we can see, all these network of blood vessels surrounding the alveolus. Okay, so these blood vessels carrying blood, and alveolus is carrying oxygenated blood. When we are inspiring, means alveolus is carrying air, but in that air oxygen is rich, means the air is rich in oxygen, and these blood vessels or capillaries, not blood vessels, they can be called particularly capillaries. They are very fine minute blood vessels present surrounding the alveolus. So what happened, uh, these capillaries are rich in carbon dioxide because they are collecting blood from the body. So body cells throughout the body, the blood is moving, and throughout the body they are collecting carbon dioxide. Now they are coming to lungs, and in this alveolus, by the process of diffusion, they are releasing carbon dioxide to alveoli and taking oxygen into bloodstream. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
How oxygen and carbon dioxide are getting exchanged in lungs? So this whole story was about lungs only. So in alveoli, oxygen rich air is coming by inspiration, and the blood capillaries surrounding alveoli is bringing carbon dioxide rich blood, and they are exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide in lungs. Okay, so this was the example, means this was the external respiration. Okay, now what is internal respiration? From taking means as blood vessels or blood capillaries took oxygen from alveolus, they are moving to heart, and then they are moving throughout the body. They are reaching throughout the body. They are taking oxygen from alveolus, and they are converted into oxygen rich blood, and that oxygen rich blood is reaching throughout the body to convey the oxygen to the body cells. Now, when the blood is coming to each and every body cell, there takes place internal respiration. So, here in this picture, you can see internal respiration. So, just assume this is the this is any part of body. Just assume this is these are the cells of your thigh, or your foot, or your calf muscle, or your head, any area of your body. And this is the blood vessel which came which has received the oxygen just from lungs, and this blood vessel is carrying oxygen rich blood. Now, cells work as a working long, and they have produced carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide they will release to the bloodstream, and this blood capillary or blood vessel will release oxygen to the cells. Okay. So I hope the internal and external respiration is clear to you. Is it?
Ma'am, can I say means this internal respiration?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Means internal respiration is done in part of the body, means cell only. Means bloodstream is bring the oxygenated blood. So when cell is receiving, cell is cell is
Yes,
means
cell is receiving oxygen.
now, from the cells, carbon dioxide goes out and cell receiving that oxygen from the
Hmm.
bloodstream.
Yes.
Is it right, ma'am?
Yes, you are right. That is part of internal respiration.
Yes, ma'am. Internal.
Means two types of respiration: external respiration and internal respiration. External respiration is only taking place in lungs. Means in lungs, when the blood capillaries is taking oxygen from alveolus, that is external respiration. And when oxygen is mixed with bloodstream, and in any part of body the cells are getting oxygen from bloodstream, that is internal respiration. And obviously when they are taking oxygen, they will also release carbon dioxide at the same time.
Okay, ma'am. Clear, ma'am.
Yes. Next, now we will go through very easy formulas. That is respiratory rate. In adults, it is about 12 to 18 breath per minute. And the organs of respiration are nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, and obviously lungs is carrying all these. So this is very simple. We inhale through nose, then it continues to pharynx, then larynx, then trachea. You can see very clearly in this picture, and we have already discussed the pathway. Then trachea further divides into two bronchi, left and right. Bronchi is further divided into bronchioles, then alveoli, and all these are inside lungs. Now, we will go in detail with each and every part. Nose, first of all. Nose consists of large irregular cavity divided by nasal septum. Means at the middle of nose, the division is known as septum. So that nasal cavity is separated from oral cavity by palate. Yes, the palate inside our mouth, we can feel that is separating the mouth to nasal cavity. Nasal cavity is lined with ciliated columnar epithelium, which contains mucus secreting cells secrete mucus. Okay, so now you can understand why we have first of all cleared cell and tissue at the beginning of before starting all the system. Now you can understand how they are taking place in your study. So, columnar epithelium, ciliated columnar epithelium tissue is present in nasal cavity, which contains mucus secreting cells also, and they create mucus. Now, olfactory receptors are located in mucosa on superior surface. Olfactory is the word related to smell or nose. Okay, so olfactory receptors means smell receptors. Smell receptors are located in the mucosa of superior surface, means at the superior surface, means at the surface level. And these receptors are located, and the anterior nares of nostril or nostrils are openings of exterior openings from the exterior into the nasal cavity. Means nostrils are the openings from exterior into the nasal cavity. Means here in nasal cavity, the nerves or body is directly connected with the external environment. Okay, means from external environment air is coming to nasal cavity, and these olfactory nerves are directly they are connecting with external environment. Otherwise in any part of the body you cannot see that nerves are such superior. Everywhere stimulation is received by receptors, but here only in the body, throughout body, the cranial nerve, olfactory nerve. I hope you know about nerves. Nerves are part of nervous system, and there are 12 pair of cranial nerves. Means cranial nerves are starting from cranium portion. You all know cranium. We have already discussed in skeletal system. So 12 pair of cranial nerves are there, and 31 pair of spinal nerves are there. 31 pairs are uh, starting from spine, that is why spinal nerve, and 12 pair are starting from or originating from cranium, that is why cranial nerve. So the olfactory nerve is third cranial nerve. So this olfactory nerve is only getting attached with external environment through this nasal cavity. So air enters the nose through the external nares, that is nostrils, and the posterior nares are the opening from nasal cavity into pharynx. So you can see in this picture that the posterior portion of nasal cavity is connecting it to itself to pharynx. I hope you remember the concept of pharynx. Right, we have already discussed so many times about pharynx. Now, what are the functions of nose? First, inspire the air and passes it to the further pathways. Next function is air is warmed, moistened, and filtered. Okay, so this is the very important function of nose, that it takes the air in from the environment and it warms the air as per body temperature. Okay, so it is very very important to warm the air as per body temperature, otherwise body will not accept it. Then it get moistured, and also the air get filtered in nose by the hair hairs of nose. And another important function is sense of smell or olfaction is also done by nose. Next is pharynx. We have already discussed what is pharynx. Now we will go through it in brief. Pharynx is cone-shaped muscular hollow tube about 5 inches or 12 to 15 cm long, part of throat behind the oral and nasal cavity and above the esophagus. And what are the parts of pharynx? We all know nasopharynx, oropharynx, and laryngopharynx. Nasopharynx is the uppermost part of pharynx and upper part of throat behind the nose. You can see here it is well leveled: nasopharynx, oropharynx, and laryngopharynx. So where the nasal cavity is ending, nasopharynx is starting. Okay, and the nasopharynx connect the eustachian or auditory tubes of the middle ear. Eustachian tube is the auditory tube which comes from ear. So nasopharynx connects to this eustachian tube of middle ear. And oropharynx is the middle part of pharynx behind the oral cavity. Is just behind our oral cavity. Oropharynx is present part of pharynx that lies between soft palate and hyoid bone. So you can understand the location of oropharynx. The soft palate or the palate of our mouth, and hyoid bone, the root of tongue. In between that portion, oropharynx is present. Then laryngopharynx, entrance into the esophagus. Esophagus function is to regulate the passage of air to the lungs and food to the esophagus. Okay, so laryngopharynx is the portion where the air and food are getting divided into their own pathway. So oropharynx and laryngopharynx are muscular wall propels food into esophagus. Okay, so oropharynx and laryngopharynx are the muscular muscular structure. So they propel the food into esophagus. Next is larynx. Larynx is also known as voice box, a sort or box like structure. Here in this structure, you can see this is pharynx. This is the structure of pharynx. So it is a short box-like structure situated in anterior part of throat. Anterior means front. So it is present in anterior part of throat. Larynx links the laryngopharynx and trachea. Okay. Larynx means the voice box is linking the laryngopharynx, and trachea means it is present between laryngopharynx and trachea. Now, glottis is the superior opening of pharynx. Okay, glottis is the superior opening of pharynx. And what is epiglottis? Epiglottis is having a very important role in our body. It is leaf-shaped, flap, elastic cartilage. Epiglottis is a leaf-shaped flap of elastic cartilage. And what is the function of epiglottis? Very important function. It prevents swallowed material from entering the lower respiratory tract. So, before larynx, the food and these air, before epiglottis, food and air having the same pathway, and then they are getting divided. Food is getting divided into esophagus, and wind is getting divided into windpipe. So here comes the function of epiglottis. Epiglottis is a leaf-shaped flap of cartilage which prevent the food materials to go inside the windpipe. So when the food is coming from the oropharynx, then the epiglottis flap itself and close the windpipe. Then the food goes smoothly to esophagus. But what happens when a, a small particle of food by chance goes to windpipe? Spot death can occur. Okay, if any particle goes to the wind or airway, spot death can occur. So you just can imagine how God has beautifully means how our body has beautifully mechanized by God, right? So how beautiful and how minute the structures of body are. Even we are eating from so many years till we have born, but till now no mistake has occurred by epiglottis, and I hope so no mistake in occur in future in anybody. So this is a minute mechanism, and but very important. You can imagine spot death can occur if food particles go inside, right? Sometimes we get the coughing reflex when a small water or food particles goes inside. Instantly coughing reflex come, and those particles come out of that windpipe portion. Okay, so that is why it is said by our elders that don't talk or laugh or do anything while you are eating. Just concentrate on eating or drinking. Do not do anything while we are eating and drinking, because lack of concentration can occur a big mistake. So this is the function of epiglottis. Then vocal cords. Vocal cords are elastin fibers. Functions are these vocal cords vibrate with expelled air to create sound. Means when we are talking or making any sound through our mouth, then this is the function of vocal cords only. Vocal cords get vibrated. When the vibration coming, then the sound is being produced as we are speaking or making any sound. Okay, so vocal cords are very important. They get vibrated when we try to create any sound. And it's 8. If you want, I can go along to trachea. And if you want to bind up the class, then we will stop here.
Ma'am, we will do tomorrow trachea.
Okay. Now, what is that?
Ma'am, please share these slides in the group.
Yeah, I think Rahul Bhaiya has mentioned that we will share the slides in Drive only.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Then you can send it to Rabi sir and he will upload it in Drive.
Have I shared slides of digestive system? I don't remember.
Okay, ma'am. I did not see, ma'am. I will check it.
Okay. Okay, I will share once again. Okay. So let's
Okay.
bind up the class with prayer. Sit comfortably, upright your spine. Take a deep and long breath. Close your eyes.
Inhale deep and long. Fix all the concept you have learned today in your brain.
Exhale all the negativity, all the toxins, all the lethargy. Inhale and feel that you're physically active. Exhale and feel that you're mentally relaxed.
Now adopt Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest and start the prayer. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयम् सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Now rub your palms. Put those palms on your facial muscles. Feel the warmth. Feel the energy. And open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.